Hello, beautiful, and welcome to your quick yoga flow. Let's go ahead and grab those mats and let's go. So let's go ahead and get started by lying down flat on our back. We're going to roll down vertebra by vertebra, drawing in our knees here to create a tent-like posture. Super soothing to the back here, and we want our back to be flush to the mat so I can't put my hands through. I'm going to go ahead and place one hand on my tummy, one hand on my heart, and let's go ahead and just take 5 deep intentional breaths together. Taking a moment just to feel the rise and fall of your belly as you start initiating that deep yogic breath. Just making a commitment to yourself for these next 10 minutes just to be present and aware, giving yourself this gift of time on the mat. And when you're ready, I invite you to go ahead and draw both knees into your chest, falling back and forth slightly, giving a nice gentle massage to that lower back. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and extend the left leg out flat. We can take the left hand, put a little bit of weight here. I have energy extending out through both of my toes, so I have flexed feet, pulling in that knee, and then I'm going to slightly open and close that hip joint, stimulating that synovial joint fluid, almost acting like a nice little massage to those internal joints. And then switch, drawing both knees once again into the chest. Extend the right out, flat energy through the toes, flexing the feet. And then go ahead and find that little bit of swing in the hip, opening and closing to your own degree. And then go ahead and draw both knees once more into the chest. You can draw your head up to your knees here. And then what we're going to do is extend the left foot out flat and then switch. My shoulder blades are drawn off the ground. This is going to be a little bit of a core warm up here for us. And we're just switching, being mindful of the neck, slightly tucking the chin in just so we're not creating a kink in the neck. And remembering to continue on with that yogic breath that we started with at the beginning of class. Beautiful. Drawing those knees into your chest, we're going to rock and roll, giving ourselves a nice little massage of that lower back, all the way up, tucking those feet underneath us, coming into that tabletop position, opening up the fingers nice and wide. Let's go ahead and find a little cat-cow. Dropping the belly, gaze to the sky. Exhale, pulling it on through, gaze to the tummy. Moving at your own degree, what feels right for you, but allowing the breath to be your guide. Beautiful. And when you're ready, finding that neutral spine, tucking the toes, drawing the knees off the ground about 3 or 4 inches, just testing that little bit of balance here. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and send the hips all the way up to the top of the sky. And we're going to go ahead and walk the dog. So this is just nice, generous movement of the legs. Remembering to breathe. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and find stillness here. So if we can't come into a complete downward dog, what we might want to do is step the feet out just a little bit of a shorter distance between our hands and our feet. Otherwise, we're going to find that full variation of the downward dog that feels right for us. Lifting our right foot slightly off the ground, just about a foot will do. And then go ahead and draw it forward. We're going to find a low lunge. We can go ahead and allow the left foot to our knee to rest on the mat, Inhale the arms up and then float in. So I want to have energy through my tailbone here, so I'm not popping out. I have energy through my fingertips, shoulders drawn down. Breathe. Exhale, we're going to release here, pushing up and back into half split, energy through the toes. And drawing on up, tucking those back toes, lifting up, drawing back into a high plank, and then back into a downward dog. Lifting those left toes off the ground, pulling it in, lowering down that back right knee, finding that low lunge. Inhale the arms up, sinking in nice and deep. Again, remembering energy through the fingertips, lowering down those shoulders, engaging that tailbone, and finding placement of our knee right over our ankle. Exhale as you push back, finding the half split and allowing yourself to slowly float over top to your own degree. Whatever feels right for you. Should be a beautiful stretch in that back hamstring. Pushing on through, challenging yourself here, tucking the toes, coming into a high plank here, and we're gonna roll through to a downward dog. Let's try it again, rolling up, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. You might be saying, no way, Jose. So maybe you just stay in downward dog. This is your home base. Whatever feels right for you. And just try to find your own degree. Try to be your own best guide in yoga. And then exhale. We're going to go ahead and allow our gaze to float to the top of the mat. And we're just going to walk to the top of the mat nice and slow. We're going to step out about shoulder distance apart. Gently bend the knees, grabbing either elbow if it's in your practice, and just finding a gentle sway. This is a beautiful decompression of the spine. Bending the knees generously, rolling on up. Inhale, our arms up to the sky. Exhale, we're going to allow both blades of our hands to open up as we look behind our right shoulder. Nice, great stretch here. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, coming behind, looking behind that left shoulder. And inhale. We're going to go ahead and step out the length of our mat here, and my toes are slightly pointed out to the edges of the mat, and I'm going to hinge from the hips nice and slow. Holding at a flat back just for a moment here. Exhale, release. I'm going to go ahead and place my left hand in the center of the mat, and if it works for me, I'm going to gingerly open up my right. And if you have blocks at home, this is a good time to put your hand on a block if this feels a bit too intense. You can always have a little micro bend of the knee. Again, making these postures work for your body, finding your own degree. Exhale, switch. Right hand comes to the center, left hand comes up. Remembering to breathe. Exhale, release. Both hands coming flat on the ground here. We're going to inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And we're going to slowly bending up, bending those knees nice and generously. And we're going to just stretch our shoulders. So I'm just having that right shoulder come in and then switch. And then switch. And switch. See how effective we can be with 10 minutes? Beautiful, ladies. So go ahead and place the hands onto the ground once more. And we're going to straighten the legs, put the toes up parallel, bending the knees slightly as we roll it on up. Coming back to the top of your mat here. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Palms touch. As we exhale, let's go ahead and interlace the fingertips behind us, opening up the chest. Exhale, release, bending down, coming into our tummies, floating on top of our legs. If this is okay for you, then allow that weight to open up. Otherwise, you can open the hands, whatever feels right for you. And releasing the fingers. And bend, roll up. Inhale, your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Stepping back down to that downward dog. Walking your dog out once more. And then when you're ready, putting the energy through those heels as much as you can. Opening those fingertips, pushing the shoulder blades through. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Out the mouth. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Making sure you're not holding any tension. Shaking out that head a little bit. Inhale one last time. And exhale. Dropping the knees onto the ground here, and we're going to walk up a little bit, tucking the feet from behind and coming back into a seated position. We're going to go ahead and find Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, coming down to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And just taking a moment here to feel gratitude for this quick movement, this moment to be at peace and present on the mat. Perhaps noting the gentle differences of when you started today's practice, a little bit of a quickening of the heart, blood flowing, this recognition that even with a few moments, we have the ability to change our day, change our physiology, change our mood. And this is the gift that we can always give ourselves, just a little bit of time on the mat. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day.